The Mughals called capital of Kashmir Srinagar, paradise on earth, where they journeyed across the hot plains of India to the valley's cool environs in summer. Here they laid, with great love and care, many formal waterfront gardens as a token of their appreciation of the splendid beauty of the valley, now collectively known as the Mughal Gardens. Anecdotes of 4 and 5 centuries ago describe their love for these gardens and rivalries that centered around their ownership. Srinagar is a repository of the largest collection of Mughal gardens in the subcontinent. They have been a vital source of domestic and international tourist attraction for the several decades during the peak season in the valley in May and June, hence contributing massively to the economy of the city and state. However, times are moving thick and fast, and despite several tourist attractions, the need to maximize and further boost the tourism sector is being felt ever more. Hence, as sun sets on Dal Lake, as if heavens have come down on earth, the paradise is waking up to a new dawn. Jammu and Kashmir government has achieved a wonder that was beyond imagination of even the great Mughals. And through their remarkable effort, they have successfully managed to prepone the tourist season in the valley by almost a month. Now, you may no longer have to go as far as Holland to see tulips bloom. You just have to visit Kashmir in the spring. The Tulip Garden in Srinagar is situated on the foothills of Sabarwan mountain range on the banks of the world-famous Dal Lake and only a few minutes drive from the city centre. The Tulip Garden, also known as Shiraj Bagh, is home to around 3 lakh flowers at bloom. Spread over 140 canals or 17.5 hectares with nearly 15 lakh tulips of 60 different kinds in full bloom, it seems that a patch from Eden has descended on earth. The garden has mid-spring varieties of tulips lasting for 1 month only. It is terraced in 3 levels with 2 terraces completely occupying the tulip beds. These beds are being laid in the last or the uppermost terrace now. The experts say valley tulips mature a month and a half before European ones. While the tulips in the valley mature in April-May, it takes mid-June for the Holland tulips to bloom to full. Though the tulip gardens of Amsterdam are known world over for their varieties and expanse, yet Tulip Garden of Kashmir has come up as the largest mid-spring tulip garden in Asia and the biggest garden among all the gardens developed and maintained by the Floriculture Department in Jammu and Kashmir.
It was during the year 2006 when our ex-Chief Minister, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, he visited this farm. In this farm he found different kinds of flowers which we were working upon, and among all those flowers, tulip was one of the flowers. We had at least about 30,000 bulbs in our farm, and the garden was just closed for public view. It was only for the Department of Research and Development. He was amazed to see the beauty of the tulips, He said that I have seen the tulips at many countries in the world, but I have never seen such lovely colored tulips. If we can grow these tulips here, why shouldn't we start a garden to attract, to boost tourism? Early 2008, we imported 9 lakh bulbs from Holland, about 60 varieties and about 20 colors. And we covered an area of 4 hectares under tulips. That year in 2008, the garden was inaugurated and dedicated to the people of the country by Madam Sonia Gandhi. That was day of inauguration, 29th of March 2008. We extended the garden to an area of 5 hectares during 2009, and we publicized its development, the development of the new tourist destination. That year, we received about 60,000 people, in which 50% were tourists from over the country, including some foreign tourists, and 50% were locals. Our tourist season always started somewhere on 15 May, but today we are here in Tulip Garden. It is only 22nd April. Till date, garden has received a huge number of tourists from across the country, and everybody whosoever visits it, he is appreciating the garden. The effect of this garden on our economy is related to tourism development.
Tremendously and extremely impressed with the way the gardens are kept and the beautiful scenery with the backdrop of the mountains. I think this is extremely a worthwhile experience.
I'm truly amazed. It's absolutely beautiful. The colors are amazing, and so far we've enjoyed our stay at Kashmir, and I promise you I'd love to come back here.
The man-made wonder has become a source of great attraction for tourists from around the world.
These beautiful mountains with such, amazing, beautiful flowers, it's a pretty special place to be.
Prettified with wonderful landscape, clean cascades, and serene fountains, the garden looks like a rainbow as magenta, yellow, white, black, red, pink and orange tulips literally wave as the winds from Zabarwan forests come down to kiss the garden.
Coming from Bombay, it's such a hectic life over there, and here it's so peaceful and so calming. It was amazing over here. It's too good.
The Tulip Garden has been drawing tourists to Kashmir Valley as early as chilly March.
Everywhere I went to visit India, everybody said, you should go to Kashmir. You should go to Kashmir. And some people, they came here 10 times and they said that they love to come every year because it's so beautiful. So I said, there's no way I'm going to leave India without visiting Kashmir and Srinagar. And I think it's a paradise. This garden, it's amazing. We feel the fresh air, the beautiful mountains. You can't ask for better than that.
In order to maintain the garden, the department has fixed an entry fee of Rs 50 for adults and Rs 20 for children. The visiting hours are from sunrise to sunset, 7 days a week. Tourists find the garden a picturesque for clicking pictures and making awesome videos. There is hardly a place on earth like this beautiful garden. The pleasant weather conditions make it even more enjoyable for the visitors.
Usually it is coming in a newspaper, and day before yesterday we had a full film on Srinagar News about this garden. It is called like Siraj, this thing. So we got more information, and our curiosity was just more how it will be like that, and now it is very satisfactory.
It often turns out that most visitors are witnessing tulips for the first time in their life. Hence, little excitement is understandable. Consequently, the garden administration urges the visitors to keep a fair distance from the flowers, lest they accidentally violate them in any way. There is a reasonable fine imposed against the perpetrators to drive home the seriousness of this strict instruction. Last year, the department made a revenue of over Rs 25 lakh, and this year they expect to overshoot that target. Since tulip bloom lasts for about 4 weeks under favorable weather conditions, the floriculture department plans to develop tulip garden as all-season garden by planting different varieties of seasonal flowers. 8,000 people from several parts of the world visited the garden last year. The Indira Gandhi Tulip Garden is said to become the world's second largest tulip garden in the world.
The water, the fountain, the sun, the mountains all around, the greenery, and the colors of the tulips. Each color is so different and so unique.
Tulip garden, this I should say, is a new concept and a new dimension towards the tourism sector of J&K state. As you know, the climatic conditions of our valley were attracting tourists usually from the months of May onwards, but once the tulip garden was established, the tourists have started pouring in right from the month of March. It's a changing phase from the traditional places, from the traditional tourism to the modern tourism, how it can be updated, how it can be modernized. This has opened new era in the tourism history, in the scenic areas of J&K state. Besides tourist attraction, the other benefits of this garden have been that the commercial floriculture in the valley is getting a boost, and people are becoming more and more conversant with the floriculture sector, which is bound to boost the economy of the state as well. The state is now focusing on places like Manasbal, on places like Sonamarg, on places like Kokarnag, where such like of different setups, such like of different attractions are being set up, so that whatever traditionally we have in the valley, it gets added up, and much inflow of the tourists is there.
Kashmir was already romantic, fertile with a river down the middle and circled by mountains, shikara rides, traditional houseboats, and beautiful Mughal gardens.